What's up, guys? 370 Gaming here, and today we finally have the first episode of WWE 2K16 Universe Mode. And ladies and gentlemen, do I have a show for you? My goodness, we have got a lot of stuff on deck. We've got a lot of rosters, a lot of shows. We got a lot of stuff. Let's just jump right into it. You should know what Universe Mode is by now. If you don't, it is essentially your WWE Universe. You have whatever shows you want, you have whatever rosters you want, you have whatever pay-per-views you want, arenas. I mean, the possibilities are basically endless, and I really love this feature of the WWE video games. As a TEW fan, of course, I was a pretty big fan of GM mode, but I like Universe more thanks to the custom arenas and things like that. And of course, due to certain limitations, such as music for certain individuals, we'll have to kind of tailor, the rules a little bit to this specific game. But it's going to be all great fun, guys. Don't worry about it. So we've got a couple things going on, and we're going to do the major draft for the Raw and Smackdown shows. But as well, you will see here, we have NXT and Ring of Honor. I like to appeal to all wrestling fans out there. So, I mean, if you're in this just for, if you're tuning in my channel for the first time, you're not really sure, about Ring of Honor, New Japan guys, don't worry about it. Every episode is going to have Raw and SmackDown people all over it. It's going to be a very fun time. For those hardcore fans out there that know basically everybody out there, we got a lot on NXT and a lot on Ring of Honor. And I'm going to just run down some names really quick of each thing. We might go through the roster as we do this. I don't want to spoil everything right off the bat. Or do I? Why not? Let's just go right into it. As you can see there, Adam Cole is a big one. Well, alright. I won't go through everybody because it'll be a long time. We'll be here for forever. But NXT, we've got about 26 people, if I'm correct. 26, yeah. That list includes, we're just going to go over the minor rosters really quick first, and then we're going to go into drafting the major rosters. So, that's what we're doing here. NXT roster, we got Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, also, okay, as you saw at the beginning, of course, I don't have to keep prefacing everything. There's been changes to the roster. They're not the most authentic or legit ones, but there's... it's fun. It's fun. I've got this in no random order. Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Jimmy Havoc from Progress. Well, he was on TNA for a little bit, so that's why we're counting him as here. William Regal, Rhino, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Tyler Breeze. I put Tyler Breeze back on NXT to kind of balance it out a little bit. We've got tag teams, of course, Blake and Murphy, Enzo and Kaz, Los Matadores. I downloaded American Alpha, Gargano and Ciampa. The New Age Outlaws is a Legends team, just to kind of, bring some variety into the NXT roster. I guess I'll just go through the roster here while I talk. And the Wolves from TNA as well, just to, make it a little different. Ring of Honor, we've got a lot of Ring of Honor guys, a lot of New Japan guys. We've got Adam Cole. We've got the Motor City Machine Guns, Kushida, Red Dragon. We've got Tetsuya Naito and Bushi of Los Ingobernables de Japón. We've got Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Michael Elgin, Jay Lethal, Katsuyori Shibata, The Elite of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Will Ospreay, Jushin Liger, Tomohiro Ishii, Ricochet, Matt Sydal, Hiroki Goto, as well as Roppongi Vice of Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. So those are all your hardcore guys. We can get through all of them in a while, but that's the basic list for... I don't like how this game is set up, by the way, in terms of when you look at... you see the participants, it just lists everybody instead of just the added people. So as you can see on NXT, the only person from this list that's in there is Aiden English, and that kind of bugs me, but that's life, what are you going to do? So those are the people on the NXT and Ring of Honor rosters. We've got the ROH World Champion and the ROH TV Champion. And for NXT, we've got the NXT Championship. And I'm going to add... Oh, did I not add the Tag Team Championships yet? The NXT Tag Team Champions. We will probably start out as the Vaudevillains. Just for the heck of it. Thought I did that already. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. I'm all over the place. I've been preparing this a lot. We've got a lot of different stuff going on here. Oh, do I have the Vaudevillains not on NXT? I should have the Vaudevillains on NXT at this point. I think I made a miscalculation on my list here. You should see my really ghetto list I have going on my laptop here. It's a very ghetto setup, but anyways, let's not worry about that. Let's see. So, we will be drafting the Raw and SmackDown rosters. We're going to have an NXT or Ring of Honor show every second week on Sunday. The first one, obviously, being TakeOver Brooklyn, as you can see here. Extreme Rules. We got Sunday Night Heat, just as a show. We'll just run over it, you know, just to have a little fun, you know, get some of the guys that aren't on there. Yeah. And, oh yeah, we have the Ring of Honor New Japan Super Show, obviously, as you can see there. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun with this, guys. We're going to have some fun with this. I don't know if we're going to sim, you know, X amount of matches, or if we're going to play X amount of matches, or how's that going to go, but we're just going to kind of play it by ear for the first week. So, let's draft these Raw and SmackDown rosters, shall we? This is going to be, if you're not into the drafting, you might want to wait till later, or the further episode. We're going to see how it goes here. But we're going to be drafting Raw and SmackDown, basically, right now. I have a list here of all the superstars that are available. I've made inactive quite a few people because we just don't have room for everybody. Already, we're going to have about 45 to 50 people on Raw and SmackDown. That's way too many. You want to ideally have 25 to 30 people on each show. So it's kind of a struggle. We've got about 25 on NXT and Ring of Honor, give or take. So that's ideally what you want to have. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So what we're going to do here, we're going to go to Edit Superstars. Oh, really quick, if you want to just go through the teams, see who we got here while I go look this up. We're just gonna... What are we gonna do here? We're probably just gonna randomize this list and draft one to Raw, one to SmackDown. As well as tag teams. Every tag team on here is available for the draft except, I believe, DX, the Brothers of Destruction. Some of these are not eligible. We've got the... Okay, let me tell you the ones who are definitely eligible. Primetime Players, New Day, Usos, Kid and Cesaro, Wyatt family as a group with Bray Wyatt. Hey, go ahead and put him in there. Go ahead and put him in there. There you go. Bray Wyatt. It should be the Wyatt family. I guess this was during the period where they weren't the Wyatt family. They're definitely the Wyatt family. That's definitely how that's working out. Alright, sounds good there. They're going to be the Wyatt family. No, they're going to be the Yes Man. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's going to be the Wyatt family. Alright. And, what the hell? Should we do their entrance while we're here? While I get some things set up? Yeah, why not? Let's get some things set up. We're going to do a little ad-lib going on here, man. We're going to do a little bit of craziness, man. I don't know how this is going to work, but, it's going to be pretty interesting here. We're just going to give the Wyatts their entrance while I get the draft list randomized here. Alright. Going to go team. The Wyatt family. Get that fixed up because they're definitely a team. I'll read you guys off the list in a little bit of who's going to be drafted, but we're going to give that a minute while I get that randomized. Okay. We're going to don't have a Wyatt family template? Oh yeah, because it has to be very specific who's in the Wyatt family and what's going on. Wyatt family. Oh, is it Bray Wyatt? Alright, we're gonna have Bray Wyatt. Oh yeah, which one of these? I guess that would be his solo one, or his old one. I'm not sure. We'll go with the original one. And the Ribbon movie. That was unusually loud. Hold on, let me see this here. Bray Wyatt. Am I missing something here, guys? Alright, we won't worry about it. We're not gonna have too much entrance going on here. Unless, did I see that, okay, yeah, we've got Eric Rowan holding the deal there. Also, I think Luke Harper and Eric Rowan should be swapped. Is that not right? See, like, a full preview? Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh, Jesus. I was really scared. Come on. Okay. Black screen. Anybody? Alright. There we go. That looks better. I'm fairly sure Eric Rowan's on the left. If he's not, you can let me know in the comments. We'll change it ASAP. This isn't going to be the only time we do this, I'm sure. But that's all we need to do with that. We're here to draft the roster. We're here to get things kicking off. Get things rolling here. We've got the single draft done. Oh, now we're getting the tag teams. We'll probably do the tag teams first because we got to get those out of the way. So, I'm going to back out of there, as well as get this list finalized. You guys wouldn't believe this incredibly ghetto setup I have going on right now. My computer is not the most large powerhouse, so it's using all of its resources to record this gameplay as we speak, and I'm using my laptop to go to random.org and things of that variety. It's a pretty ghetto setup, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it gets the job done, hopefully, being that, you know, this episode comes back and everything is good to go. So we will see what happens there. Alright, so the Wyatt family is done. Blake and Murphy, we've got the Ascension, got the Outsiders, the Bella Twins, the Lucha Dragons, Enzo Amore, and Colin Cassidy, the Vaudevillains, who are the current NXT Tag Team Champions. DX, I believe, is broken up. Well, they may or may not be broken up, but that's besides the point. We're not doing them. Nation of Domination, without Mark Henry or The Rock. I'm not gonna go like explain every single roster decision I made, but Mark Henry and The Rock, I just wanted them to be the solo, so we got the Nation of Domination doing their own thing there. The Hart Foundation isn't so much a team as it is a unit, you know. And I was a big fan of the big, ridiculous conglomerate with Brian Pillman in like 96, 95, 96, something like that. We've got Red Dragon, the Wolves, American Alpha, the Elite of the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, Motor City Machine Guns, Ricochet and Matt Sydal, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Roppongi Vice, New Age Outlaws, Gargano and Ciampa, Tanahashi and Elgin, Harlem Heat. I had to recreate these because I think I accidentally deleted them. Harlem Heat and Los Matadores. And those would be our teams. So, let's go ahead right now and draft them. We're going to go Raw, SmackDown, until we finish up here. So let me see something. Raw, SmackDown. Perfect. Okay. The first team drafted to Raw is the Usos. We're going to have the Usos drafted to Raw. So, basically, if they're on Raw, everybody's on Raw right now, if you see that. 111 people. That's including the Divas. We're going to do a separate Divas draft because they're counted as a different division. As you can see here, we've got the World title, the single Intercontinental title, World Tag Team 02 to 10 because I like the titles, and the Divas is the Women's Championship. SmackDown, I didn't put the titles. Okay. World WWE Undisputed Championship, singles, was the United States Championship. And since I don't know who is on what show yet, we're just going to go ahead and give it to Shane McMahon, because he's Shane McMahon. And the WWE Tag Team Championships 02 to 010, we're just going to go ahead and give it to the New Day, even though we don't know where anybody is. And lastly, the WWE Divas Championship, got Asuka there. Divas Championship, we're going to give it to Eva Marie. No, I'm just kidding. Lita. Lita is who we're giving that to. Okay. So we've got the titles there. We've got all the people. So, the Usos staying on Raw. Not a big deal there. The Lucha Dragons going to SmackDown. So we will start with Sin Cara. Alright. And Kalisto. And I would give you guys a list of inactive people, but the only reason for inactive people is either A, I just didn't want them in the universe for whatever reason, or B, they were duplicates of the same person. I don't want like 7 Undertakers in this series, you know, it's just kind of, I don't want to say unrealistic, because the whole idea is unrealistic, but still, it just bothers me. Like, I don't want Kevin Nash and then Kevin Nash 96, like that, no. No. Okay, the Wyatt family remain on Raw, and the Ascension of Connor and Victor get drafted to SmackDown. SmackDown really benefiting from from this draft here. Alright, Victor going to the blue brand. Alright. And I don't know if you ever see the attire. I've made some custom attire, some fun attires for certain people. Keep an eye out for that. I don't remember which ones are which, so you'll have to just see when I pass over them. We've got the Outsiders of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall staying on Raw, while Tyson Kidd and Cesaro head to SmackDown. All right. Oh, didn't take him off Raw. Did I take Victor off Raw? I'm all over the place, guys. Give me a break here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't want people. That's another thing I don't like about this new system is it's not you're going from one to the other. It's, you know, you're on this one, now you're not, you know. I don't like that. Jeez. Did I leave everybody on Raw? Okay. Right, we should have there's 5 off. That's the Lucha Dragons and the Ascension, and then Tyson Kidd, who we just did. So Cesaro will be the next one over to SmackDown. Alright. Okay, hope to make Tyson Kidd and Cesaro some sweet custom tag attire pretty soon. The Primetime Players will stay on Raw. And the New Day does indeed get drafted to SmackDown, so they're probably going to stay as tag team champions at this rate. No. Well, you could see that. I gave them their updated attires. Alright. That's right, okay. Big E, we've got Kofi Kingston. Come on. A lot of people. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Alrighty, Xavier Woods, there we go. Okay. The Nation of Domination, that being Kama Mustafa, Farouk, and D'Lo Brown, staying on Raw, while all 4 of the Hart Foundation members, Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Jim Neidhart, and Brian Pillman, get drafted to SmackDown. I'm not super worried about having like an equal number of people, because it's already at a ridiculous number. I mean, it doesn't matter. I tried to like knock it down a few people, but I like most of the people in this game, so I didn't really want to take a lot of people out. But okay, did we do Brian Pillman? No, we didn't. Alright, and Jim Neidhart. Alright. I do apologize if you can hear my jamming. You hear that? The controller, But, that's the life, you know. I'm sitting here, I got, you know, laptop open, computer open, controller, you know, waiting for me to get a better microphone, huh? Then we'll complain, you know, about how loud the controller is. You know what I'm saying? So, Jim Neidhart on SmackDown, Hart Foundation move there, and Harlem Heat stay on Raw. So, let's see if the titles are on the right people. Oh, the New Day has all the titles. Of course they do. Of course they do. Let's go ahead and give the Raw Tag Team titles to a Raw team, shall we? Okay. And a Raw team, let's just give it to the Usos, because they're the Usos. Alright. Sounds good. Now, we are going to have a Divas Draft. There will be an equal number of Divas, minus 1, because there's an odd number of Divas. That's life. Alright, we're going to have... Copy this list here. Go ahead and paste that right in there. I'm gonna paste it right in the random.org thing. Random.org, the best website you've never heard of, unless you absolutely have heard of it. Alright, solid plug there. So, for the Divas Draft, Trish Stratus stays on Raw, while Paige goes to SmackDown. Alright. Paige going to SmackDown. Okay, Tamina stays on Raw, while Lita goes to SmackDown. Interesting. So Lita might be picking something up there. She is on the right brand, thank God for that. Trish and Lita might be having a little rivalry there. Cameron goes to Raw, while Charlotte goes to SmackDown. I've downloaded... I don't have too many created wrestlers on Raw or SmackDown, but the Divas, absolutely. Charlotte, Bayley, you know, Becky Lynch. I mean, it's... Come on, it was ridiculous that they weren't in the game. Let's be honest. Charlotte going to SmackDown. Eva Marie stays on Raw. And Alicia Fox goes to SmackDown with her greatest attire ever. If you can read that and you can see and you can catch what I'm going for there, you'll love her attire. It'll be great. Sasha Banks stays on Raw, while Asuka gets drafted to SmackDown, so she's gonna be losing that title there. Alright, let's go ahead and give a Raw Diva the title. We'll go ahead and give it to... Oh, my mistake. Trish is on Raw, so I'm totally losing my mind there. Alright, gonna go ahead and give that to Trish. There you go, Trish and Lita, the respective champions, of course. Of course. Okay. We've got now Becky Lynch staying on Raw, while Brie Bella goes to SmackDown. Will the Bellas be split up? I don't care. It will be great. Going to SmackDown, Brie Bella. Emma stays on Raw, while Naomi goes to SmackDown. Naomi. I think Tamina is also on or no, she's on Raw. So Naomi and Tamina get split up. Okay. Stephanie McMahon stays on Raw, while Bayley goes to SmackDown. Bayley is spared the wrath of Stephanie McMahon's bitchiness another day. Natalya stays on Raw, and Summer Rae goes to SmackDown. Will she be reunited with her love Fandango? Doesn't really matter, because Universe doesn't do managers very well. Layla stays on Raw, while Nikki Bella reunites the Bellas on SmackDown, putting Alundra Blaze on Raw, giving Raw the extra number. So Nikki Bella going to SmackDown. The Bellas reunited once again. And that was good. Everybody would have been so sad if the Bellas had been split up. It would have been a national tragedy. Absolute national tragedy. We've got the tag teams and the divas assigned. Now, obviously, you've seen many people pass, many surprises, people I may not have gone over, but we're going to go through everybody right now. We're going to go through the 63 more people, it looks like, here. But yeah, unless I've made a miscalculation or something went wrong, which is definitely possible. But, you know, like I said, once you go past about 25 people, 30 people, numbers aren't really the biggest deal there. So, we have staying on Raw. And I'm just going to do this just for the first couple of people. Staying on Raw is Haku. Haku staying on Raw. Heath Slater, ironically, is the one going to SmackDown. Alright. Interesting turn of events there. One-man band, you know what I'm saying? Arn Anderson staying on Raw, while Sheamus goes to SmackDown. Sheamus, my boy. He does not have the the weird beard gimmick, does he? Oh, he does. That's right. I forgot how up to date this game was. Sheamus going to SmackDown, staying on Raw. However, I must show you before we move on. Damien Sandow, not Damien Mizdow. Fuck off with that bullshit. It's Damien Sandow. I gave him his entrance, his good moveset, his good attire, everything. Damien motherfucking Sandow, staying on Raw, but being drafted to SmackDown is Daniel Bryan. Oh my goodness, Daniel Bryan. Carrying SmackDown just as he wanted to do in real life. Lex Luger staying on Raw, while Christian, it's Christian, goes to SmackDown. Interesting. Okay. X-Pac stays on Raw, while Rusev is drafted to SmackDown. Alright. Triple H staying on Raw because he doesn't want to work Tuesdays. And Batista gets drafted to SmackDown. That's interesting. Okay, Batista getting drafted to SmackDown. No Evolution reunion, it looks like. Dean Ambrose staying on Raw. Oh man, this is a big one going to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh boy. It's John Cena. He's going to SmackDown. He doesn't want to work Mondays anymore, guys. Oh my god, John Cena. Okay. That's a blow to Raw. Raw's ratings are going to go whoop. Alright. Fandango staying on Raw. Forgot where Summer Rae is, so that may or may not ever happen again. And Jack Swagger goes to SmackDown. We the people. Kane 01. Kane 01. Not that Kane. Good Kane. Kane 01. Royal Rumble 01 attire specifically. Stays on Raw, actually. That's my mistake. While the Ultimate Warrior actually gets drafted to SmackDown. Ultimate Warrior. Draft him on over to SmackDown. There we go. Adam Rose. Adam Rose staying on Raw. And I've turned him into a good guy with his good attire. Because that Adam Rose, I don't know what's going on with that Adam Rose. But that's not what I'm doing. Curtis Axel going to SmackDown. Curtis the Axe Axel, as I like to refer to him. Curtis the Axe. The Axe moves to SmackDown. He's cheer. That shouldn't probably be. That should be boo. There we go. Not really too worried about that either. To me, the crowd reactions are kind of iffy and don't, we've got here Staying on Raw, but I like to give you guys notes on things like duplicates. Sting. Sting is staying on Raw. Good old Sting. Not 91 Sting, not 99 Sting. Sting. Straight up Sting. I like this Sting. I like the picture too. And Cactus Jack going to SmackDown. Of all the Foleys, I chose Cactus Jack. Not a particular reason why. I just chose Cactus Jack. So Cactus Jack going to SmackDown. That means there will be no Dude Love or Mankind in this universe mode. Ric Flair. Ric Flair, but which Ric Flair? You all should know which Ric Flair. Ric Flair 91, the one with hair. He's got hair. And he just looks old as shit, man. The current Ric Flair, he just looks old as shit in this game. Ric Flair 91 looks amazing. They both have that crappy knockoff theme. I don't know what's going on there. But regardless, Ric Flair 91 staying on Raw. While Chris Jericho goes to SmackDown. It was a hard decision choosing between current Jericho and Jericho 01, but I opted to do current. Cool Dad Jericho. He's so cool. Going to SmackDown. Bam Bam Bigelow staying on Raw. While the Big Show makes SmackDown the Big Show. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Aha. Zack Ryder gets TV time and gets pushed to Raw. While Dusty Rhodes goes to SmackDown. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Jim Neidhart. Oh, I have Jim Neidhart on here. That's not right. Okay. Go to the next one. Randy Savage 91. Not too much purpose in this decision either. Randy Savage 91 over regular Randy Savage. Other than I just like the picture of his sweet ass attire, bro. Randy Savage 91 will be staying on Raw, while Diamond Dallas Page gets drafted to SmackDown. Bang! Alright, cool. Diamond Dallas Page going to SmackDown. Goldust going to Raw with his daddy. I believe Dusty Rhodes went. I already forgot. He's on SmackDown. Never mind. Goldust is broken up from his daddy. That sucks. Bo Dallas, however, going to SmackDown. Gotta believe that he's on SmackDown now. Alright. These jokes doing anything for you? I thought they were really solid. You could keep going with it. Dolph Ziggler staying on Raw, while the Dust Man himself, Stardust, goes to SmackDown. My God. Mark Henry. Regular Mark Henry, as I covered before. Like more current Mark Henry. Although they're both kind of bald. I was hoping for more like Hall of Pain-esque Mark Henry, like from the last game, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Mark Henry is actually Raw. That is my mistake. Mark Henry is Raw. Mr. Perfect, however, is SmackDown. Very cool to see Mr. Perfect in the game as Mr. Perfect, not as NWO Mr. Perfect, not as Kurt Hennig. Mr. Perfect, that's what I'm talking about. Roddy Piper staying on Raw. Very cool to see Roddy Piper. I really liked the Legends packs this year. This was a very good year for DLC. Randy Orton goes to SmackDown. I swear, whenever Randy Orton gets injured, I like miss him so much. Like, you wouldn't think, oh, you miss Randy Orton? Like, no, dude, I miss Randy Orton. Oh man, he gets on there. Shane McMahon, a current, the SmackDown champion stays on Raw, so we're gonna have to take that title off of him. Let's give the U.S. title to somebody. It's on SmackDown, so I know Dusty Rhodes is on SmackDown. So we'll just go ahead and... We're going to probably redo the titles here in a minute. Or might just random them. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, JBL going to SmackDown. Longest WWE title reign on SmackDown. JBL. My man. Much better when he's in the ring, not talking his freaking head off. Vader staying on Raw, while R-Truth goes to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Can you guys believe his finisher is called Lil Jimmy in this game? I don't think it was ever called Lil Jimmy in real life. It was called the Truth or Consequences was something else. It was that suplex stunner thing, but the pay dirt, what was that called? Oh gosh, I forgot what it was called already. R-Truth going to SmackDown. Rikishi staying on Raw. This would be Rikishi, that Rikishi. No reason, just Rikishi. And Undertaker going to SmackDown. Regular old Undertaker, because I don't like how the 01 and 99 models look. Because they just kind of transplanted his current face onto the, the models with hair and like biker stuff. It looks weird. I'm not a fan. But Undertaker going to SmackDown. Bad News Barrett staying on Raw, while Neville goes to SmackDown. Alright. Neville. Honky Tonk Man stays on Raw. While oh my god, this is a big one. This is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Cold Steve Austin goes to SmackDown. Oof, the heavy hitter. Heavy hitter, Stone Cold. Went with him over 03 or 97, or Stunning, or Super... Oh, God. Don't even have a render for Superstar Steve Austin, man. I know why. I'm just saying. But, yeah, I just went with Stone Cold. He's Stone Cold. Going to SmackDown. Ken Shamrock staying on Raw, while the big dog, Roman Reigns, the big dog himself, goes to SmackDown. My goodness, the Roman Reigns. Everybody loves Roman Reigns. He's going to SmackDown. Oh my god, we got two really damn big picks up next. Staying on Raw is Brock Lesnar. Staying on Raw while going to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles. He might still be in his Bullet Club attire but that has yet to be seen. We will see about that. His overall is also really overpowered. I haven't changed too much. I changed just enough to get this rolling. You know what I'm saying? AJ Styles goes to SmackDown. Big Boss Man stays on Raw, and Finley will go to SmackDown. Fit Finley with that god-awful hair, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Getting to the last couple here. Ryback goes to Raw, while this man goes to SmackDown in Seth Rollins. Oh my goodness, Seth Rollins. That's another game changer. He's the world champion for Raw on SmackDown. Hey, we'll give that to Lesnar right about now. There should be no rivalries right at this moment. Can we yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the rivalries real quick. We just got a few people left in the draft. Then we can start things rolling there. Rivalries. How do we get to rivalries? Rivalries. We've got no rivalries. So what the hell are they talking about? There's no rivalries. Okay. A couple people left here. Seth Rollins going to SmackDown. Kevin Owens staying on Raw. Edge going to SmackDown, carrying SmackDown as he did. Alright. Jake Roberts, 91, staying on Raw. No particular reason, again, for him being 91, just because. And the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, going T1 it is, because the entrance is just so wacky, it's amazing. Going to SmackDown. And Shawn Michaels staying on Raw, while the last draft pick of this time, it's the real barn burner, you guys. You're not gonna believe this one. It's The Miz. Look at that face. Holy crap. So we ended up, we're gonna 54 and 58. Not too bad. Not too bad a difference. Not too bad a difference. We'll go over, I'll probably off camera, I'll change some people and things like that. The roster is just way too big to keep track of on screen while I'm doing things. As you can see, people like Rick Rude, Ricky Steamboat have been left out. It's nothing against them. It's just there's so many people, you guys. So many people. But seriously, there's a lot. There's a lot of people. Yeah. So if that's that's why certain people are just not active. But all right, so we've got basically our full rosters lined up here. We've got what do we got here? What's this information? Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We've got pay-per-views. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna have to put SmackDown on all of these shows. SmackDown, hello. Host shows. Where is SmackDown? What's going on there? Show details. I've got a custom arena of the Ruthless Aggression era SmackDown and Raw, because I like those arenas the best, personally. But yeah, we got SmackDown everything. I don't know why it's not letting me host SmackDown pay-per-views right at the moment. We should be able to have Raw and SmackDown on a pay-per-view. Now, see, guys, it wouldn't be a 370 Gaming Let's Play without some sort of BS going wrong. You know what I'm saying? It would not be. Definitely always gonna have something wrong. Whether it was my control or not. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's out of my control or in my control. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we've got all the titles here. Lesnar's the champ, Dusty Rhodes. We've got the New Day, as well as Lita. Okay, everything should be good. Host shows. I just can't not seeing that anywhere. Why would Thursday be empty? Doesn't make much sense to me. Not hosting any pay-per-views. Rivalries will conclude with special match types when shows host. I'm aware. Can I make a new one and host? Why would that be? That's really bizarre. That's really, really bizarre. I don't know what's going on. But for the time being, we're not going all the way to the pay-per-view. The most I'll record in this session is up to probably TakeOver. So, yeah, that won't be a big deal. Smackdown. May or may not have something to do with the... No. See, Smackdown is still, like, blacked out. I don't really know what's going on. Edit calendar. I'm not gonna go through all that again. That was just, like, ridiculous. Everybody should be on there, please. That's really, really weird that it doesn't recognize SmackDown. Probably after this, I'll probably have to delete SmackDown and re-add everybody. But we're just gonna roll with the punches for the time being. We're just gonna go for it. So I think, okay, so we've got 7 matches there, 7 matches on everything, 5 matches on Heat, and I think there's always 8 matches. Perhaps we should go 6 matches. Oh, 7's the top. Then we should definitely go 6 matches. Okay. Go 6 matches. We're gonna go 6 because I think pay-per-views are 8 matches, if I'm not mistaken. And then we can go 4 on Heat, probably. Again, this SmackDown thing, that's really bugging the hell out of me. I don't know what's going on. You know, we've got enough participants. Let me back out, perhaps. Go all the way to the menu here. Excuse me while I get something to drink here. Okay, alright. Really thirsty. It's really hot where I'm at right now. Really hot. But, you know, you make the sacrifices. You gotta make that YouTube magic. You know what I'm saying? Let's check out the universe. Check out universe here. See what we got. I'm hoping SmackDown got its stuff together here. Because if not, I mean, we're just gonna have to roll. We're just gonna have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? There's no stopping this train. This train is just, it's gonna go. It's gonna keep going, man. Come on, universe. Let's load. There we go. That's really bizarre. I don't know what's going on. SmackDown isn't set as a minor show. Not hosting a pay-per-view. Could I make another? Let me try, like, over here. That's really bizarre. Maybe you can only have so many, and then I made Smack. No, that should be... Huh. Alright, well... what should we do? What should we do? Should I stop and... No, we're not gonna stop. We're just gonna go. We'll get through the first week at least. If not up to TakeOver, but we'll see what happens here. So let's just go for it. Got the superstars, got the teams, got the titles. One more note before we move on here. So, like I said, in order to appeal to everybody, we got the main guys on Raw and SmackDown, and we've got the hardcore guys on NXT, ROH, for those of you in the know, which should be most of you, but might not be. Every episode on YouTube will at least have one main WWE show and one lesser known, more hardcore show. So everybody has something to look at, alright? And we'll have the heats and such. No real reason for heat, just to simulate and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's go. Let's do this here. We'll see which matches we want to play.